Hello guys, and welcome back to another video. As you can see, we are on my testing world today because we're getting technical, as the sun says. Basically what I'm going to go over with in this series, the Getting Technical series as I'm going to call it, is how to make data packs and just use command blocks in general. These are actually something I'm working on, so we'll get into those in a later episode. So for today we're just going to focus on these components right here. So, there's three different types of command blocks. I'm actually going to get into this later, so I'm going to put that over there. There's what's called the impulse, the chain, and then the repeating. That's actually the order. If you go into one of them, you click it, it'll then shuffle between them. So the difference between these is this one is only operated once. It only ever does one, basically the equivalent of pressing a button and then not touching it again. The chain will just continue whatever input it is given down the line of command blocks. The repeat command, though, is the equivalent of pressing that button 20 times per second, which is basically once per tick, in-game tick. So those are how those three works. As you can see by this UI, there's a couple of things you need to know. Like this one will change the type of command block. This one sets whether or not it is dependent on the command block before it or not. This one determines whether or not you need like a redstone block or redstone dust, some sort of redstone to tell this command block, hey, I've got something for you to send down line. And these ones have got the same user interfaces, so we'll just focus on this one. Then there's a list here of commands that you can use. You can find a list of what they do and how to use them on the Minecraft wiki. Some of them I find are very helpful. However, what I'm going to go over are some things you're going to need to know related to a couple of them. For one, data pack. There's a couple options: disable, enable, and list, which I'll actually show you over here. So disable, let's start with the list. This literally just lists the data packs that you have. And as you can see, I have created a data pack and put it in this world. So the way you find that is you come over here, you type in %app data %, and you'll get this roaming folder. You'll click on that. It'll bring you to where your .minecraft folder is. I highly suggest you put it on your favorites bar if you're going to be doing a lot of this type of stuff, like I have done. So then you're going to go to saves, and you're going to look in your world file. So any world that has one, you can just look into it. So I'm going to go into this one, and then you'll find this folder here, data packs, which it has a couple of other folders. This secondary folder here with the data and the pack, the MC meta file, it's important that you keep those as that name. The other ones here, the DaBoss pack and DaBoss data pack, those two you can name whatever you want. However, the DaBoss pack here, this one that I just went into, this is actually the one that shows up here. Oh, actually, no, I'm sorry, that's backwards. Whoop, that is not what I wanted. This one here is the one that shows up as the name of the pack. So just keep that in mind. And then here's where you're going to put all your stuff. You're going to break it up into functions, loot tables, recipes, so on and so forth. Again, tutorials on the wiki, which I highly suggest for beginners. Alright, so we kind of already got into the computer files a little bit. So basically for making data packs, it's especially for the functions, what you're basically doing is taking, like for instance, scoreboard, objectives, add, and then whatever your objective is, that is a armor related objective, and you're just stacking them on top of each other inside a notepad like this. So basically it would be the equivalent of me going, like, you don't even have to be in Minecraft to make one of these. Like you could just go scoreboard, objectives, add, we'll call it timer, and it will be a dummy. Then you would go like, could go for instance scoreboard players, timer, add, wait no, you would go player, you can do what's at P, which is basically saying the nearest player, at A, which is the all players, at something. There's actually 4 options. You have P, A, E, and R. E is for entity, and R is for random, as I've already told you what the other 2 is. So I'm going to do at R for this one. And then you can make it more specific by adding in brackets, and then putting in, like, for instance, score, whoever scores equal to, we'll just call it pineapple, or actually no, let's just go pine equal to 1, and a left equal to 5, whatever. It doesn't really matter. All that matters is the syntax of how you make it. So you always want to make sure that your brackets end on all of the things you do. So this is an attribute modifier, which basically there's various different ones, which if you go on the Minecraft wiki, they'll tell you these. One of them's like scores, one of them's sort. There's like all kinds of different ones. Basically, this allows you to make more specific. So like for instance, if I were to go at E equals zombie, at E, and then you would put in here, like for instance, type equals, then you would say zombie, so that you know, so the game knows, okay, you're looking for a zombie. And then from there, it will, if you have a comma with another type of score, it will just continue to hone it down, so you could have it search for literally zombies with certain armor or certain attributes, certain effects, and so on and so forth. And it can get really specific like that. So that's my basic and general overview on how the Minecraft data pack and command block tutorial goes. Feel free to like the video if you enjoy this content, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and that's it for today, guys. And I want to thank you all for watching, and I want to bid you goodbye. I'm out.